Well, hello YouTube. How you going? I'm doing a video. I'm doing what am I doing? Well, I'm doing a desktop video. Obviously, this is my commonly I commonly call this thing handy tech tips. Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, it's handy tech tips. That's my Facebook, obviously, and my Twitter, and my eBay, and all my fun things, and what was I going to say? Things that are going through my mind at the moment. Pieces of software I recommend. I've been trying to play around with this software that I got from Steam, which was, I think it was called PlayClaw. It's okay, but it's not great. It's got some issues, back issues that I'm trying to work out. Certain things I can't record, certain things I can record. It includes a webcam interface, which is good, to be able to put my webcam up at the same time as me doing recordings and things of that nature. At the moment, not going too bad with most things. Pieces of software that I majorly use. Well, I've been using ESET's Smart Security version 7, I believe, for a while now, and I have not had any major virus infections of late. I've been pretty good with virus infections or otherwise or anything of that nature. Games that I picked up recently. Bureau, which was one of those good games. I'll show it to you. So here's we got the Bureau. Got the Bureau, which is one of the new games I've got. Shadow Warrior, Shadow Warrior is pretty good. I recently did a video on that too. Where is it? What was there? There's a couple of other things that I picked up on the Steam sale. Oh, plus the Steam sale, I also picked up Half-Life. Anybody remember Half-Life? I love Half-Life. By the way, Half-Life the original, the first and ever only one that came out, Gordon Freeman. That game is excellent. I've got that, which I've been playing back from my nostalgic days of being able to be nostalgic about it because I just remember it when I was a kid and stuff. What else is there that I picked up? Contagion, which is okay, it's not too bad. I sort of mucked around with it a little bit. It's more of a server-based game, so you have to muck around with other people, multiplayer stuff. You got Call of Duty Ghosts, which got the multiplayer and the single player. I've been playing for the single player a bit, on and off. Currently rendering a video for Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, and Star Trek Elite Force 2. I'm hoping to get it. Well, I think I've got a copy of it somewhere lying around somewhere. I'll just have to find it. Star Trek Voyager Elite Force single player, which I've been playing through, and which has been using the Virtual Voyager expansion program and everything else, the expansion pack that came with it. Anyway, basically I've just mucking around with that and playing a little bit of that. That's not too bad. I've enjoyed that immensely. Aliens, Colonies. I don't know. It's sort of. I'm waiting for a few games to be released. I've been playing a little bit of Left 4 Dead 2 with a friend. Been playing Left 4 Dead. Postal 3, Portal 2. No, that's Postal 2, Postal 3. Which I haven't really gone through Postal much. Mainly because of the adult content, but I mean even with the adult content, I'm not really worried about that. Postal 3 looks pretty good. Postal 2 looks pretty. Postal 2 was good. I played that a bit. What else have I been playing on and off? Silent Hill Homecoming, which I really should actually do a play on that. Let's play a bit of it. Let's run through it. Sleeping Dogs, which is not a bad little thing, which I played for a bit, and I think I've done some videos on that at some point. I may have done some videos on that. State of Decay. There's a couple of games I haven't got installed at the moment, but I've also been looking at some of the new games on the marketplace as well. In between that, handy tech tip stuff. Maintenance. Right. What we got antivirus software, obviously. You should always have a good antivirus software. ISO program helps too. I got Power ISO now. I was using Magic ISO for a while, but now I've switched to Power ISO, which has much better visualization stuff for virtual drives and things of that nature. What else? Let's see. There's a game that I actually want to play. I haven't actually got around to playing it yet. Battlefield 1942, which I haven't actually really into much detail about it. I've played a bit of Battlefield 3. I should probably play a bit more. I did Space 2, which I think I've downloaded, but I've got to play it again. Mass Effect 2, Medal of Honor, which I've been playing for that a little bit. I picked up a new headset as well, the Logitech G430, which you'll probably notice the mic's a little more robust. Well, I don't know, I believe the mic's a little more robust myself. It's just my feeling I'm getting at the moment. What else? Windows 8.1, which I've been mucking around with, which I'm finding pretty cool. I don't know whether anybody can see this, but I don't know, you probably can. This is authorized, but this is a LCAR's menu system terminal, which is actually it's a little bonus thing, you know, all these little extra settings and everything else. I love this. I'm such a Star Trek freak, so I hate to say it. Well, I really am. I'm too much of a Star Trek freak sometimes or something. I love this clock. It's like cutting down the date. Configure, change mode. You got applications, port call. Yeah, what else you got? Yeah, I love this little program. You can have so much fun with it. Simulator, which looks interesting as well. But yeah, basically that's that. I also changed my desktop theme as well on Windows 8, which is a couple of GTA themes. Actually, I got quite a few themes actually. There we go. As you can see, I've got quite a few Dark Day, Age of Empires. I like to mix it up with all the different themes. Basically, customize my computer the way I like it. Recommended pieces of software, of course, Bandicam goes on top of my list. This Play Caller thing, I'm not sure. It works, but I'm having a few teething issues with it, so I might re-download it at a later stage and test it out a bit more. Some of the footage that I did get with it before and muck around with, it was good. It was just initial issues, teething. I think just teething in combo, and I think it's also the fact that Bandicam's a bit more customizable in the sense of the amount of recording, the stuff you can record. You can record it to a point. Like, okay, for example, you can record it, but you can set the recording settings. You can set it up to sync in with your video card and everything else, and all the other settings on your computer, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, what else? Okay, so that's. I also like TeamViewer as well, in case you need to help a friend with remote access and just fix their computer and stuff. Recommend it. I mean, you know, if you're a Skyper, if you're a chatter, if you're not, all depends on your frame of mind, really. I mean, recommended pieces of software. Obviously, a good piece of antivirus. This is mine, obviously, which is ESET's Smart Security 7. Picks up things. I haven't had anything that's not picked up yet so far. I've also got in the background here as well Malwarebytes. I don't know whether you can see that. You probably can. Malwarebytes Pro, which if you're gonna go for the investment of getting it, it's a good program to invest in the sense of protecting you from nasties and such. But shit. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, they're notifications from my Facebook and my Twitter. What else? What else? Got Logitech gaming software, which is good. It's got all my... well, it shows you my headset, obviously. Then you got equalizer settings, of course, which is cool. You got my... where's my gaming keyboard? My G710 gaming keyboard on there. I have also customized all the things in my sound department, I think. Like, now I can actually... Well, I was having issues with... I changed my motherboard. I should mention I also changed my motherboard as well. I'll actually show you the motherboard that I ended up getting. I actually changed my motherboard over to www. Asus. Asus, I say Asus. I ended up changing my motherboard over to actually probably easier to log into my username on this, to be honest, because I'll tell you exactly what model motherboard I have. Let's go to my accounts, my product registration. The two motherboards I have registered anyway, well, on the site anyway. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably end up building the other one into another computer, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with the other board. It works, but this board was a bit more suited towards gaming and stuff, and yeah, it felt a bit more smoother. And I mean, the other boards, there's nothing wrong with it. It works fine, but I'm a bit of a chronic upgrader in some cases, and sometimes I am a little too much, but. God damn it. Really? Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is the Sabertooth. The Sabertooth FX 2.0 or reversion 2.0, which basically what's its specs or specifications. It's got basically it's got all the average stuff, and it also fits the brand new FX CPUs, which is the 9550, I believe, or the 9590. It does those as well, and I have water cooling as well, so I wouldn't have a problem putting that CPU on my computer. 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I've maxed that out at, which is the 1866 speed. Does the same. I mean, this is a lot of the same features as my other board in comparison. There's more USB ports. There's a few more features on this board. Basically, it is an upgrade. So there's a few more features on this board that I like. So supports quad joules SLI. It's got all your standard ports and everything else. There's a reset button in the back to flash back your BIOS, whereas my previous motherboard there wasn't. There's also a direct key access thing on the motherboard itself. Works with 8.1, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. Has heaps of USB connectors on the back. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. So it's a tough motherboard. Put it that way. It's a tough motherboard. Overview. So overview. I mean, it's got fast boot. Firstly, it's got direct key access, which my other motherboard didn't have. It's got a heatsink made out of fucking. It's just nailed to the tooth, like pretty much military grade stuff. Thermal radar on top of that to keep everything nice and cool. UFO BIOS, which my last one had that anyway. Tough capacitors, which is really good capacitors. Really damn good military standard certified. EPS or electric switching power design, which you can change different power levels and stuff. Safe and stable, Guardian Angel, MemOK. Unique protection of electrostatic discharges, which is great, especially when you upgrade like I do. USB flashback to BIOS, AI Suit 2, USB 3.0 boost, remote go, direct key, network eye control, which I don't know, that doesn't seem to be an issue. I've never really, that's not really an issue. I mean, the internet's pretty good. I mean, my internet's pretty crap anyway to start with, so I've got a whole heap of issues with that. Front panel USB 3.0 supports, extra SATA 6GB supports. Basically it supports all the latest CPUs and everything else. Latest 990 FX chipsets, Crossfire and SLI ready, works with CPU Z, Windows 8 ready. And I mean, it's a solid freaking motherboard. You feel this thing, you could beat the crap out of somebody with it, I swear. 5-year warranty on it, which is good. ERP ready as well. And I mean, it's a solid motherboard. I mean, my other motherboard was pretty solid too. I mean, what was in my other motherboard? I'll show you my other motherboard, which... Sorry, my internet's a little bit at the moment. A shitload of stuff at once. Come on, load! I hate you. I hate you and the people you wrote in on. Come on, load! Damn your eyes. Products you have registered. Shit, Sherlock. Okay, this is the last motherboard I had, which was an M5A99X Evo. Which is not a bad motherboard. It's not a bad motherboard. It looks nice. It's got a fair amount of features on it. But I wanted something a little more tougher, a little more standby, And I mean, this has got, it's more of a power usage thing, and power and energy efficiency and stuff. I wanted something I could overcharge, or if it needed to be kicked into gear, I could kick it into gear, It had the UEFI BIOS as well. It had AI suits and interfaces and stuff. It had bandwidth and everything. I mean, basically, it had a lot of the same features. Similar. I mean, not exactly the same, but similar. I'm not sure with this one if it could actually... See, that's the reason I wasn't sure whether this one could actually take... I'm not sure whether this one could have actually taken the newer chipsets. That's another reason that I upgraded the motherboard too. I'm not sure whether I'd be able to put a 9550, a 9590, an NFX 9590 into my system. So, yeah. But I mean, it's still not a bad board, and I mean, I'm probably going to put a nice chip in there. Decent video, reasonable video card, nice amount of RAM, probably about 4 gig or something, and sell it, make it up as a computer, basically, as a sellable computer. Probably some type of gaming machine. I mean, a low, probably not a real high-end one, but, reasonable. I mean, it's been in my computer, and I've never had any issues with it, so, I mean, the only reason I basically did was just to upgrade it, and, go that bit forward with it. We'll go forward with my new one anyway. Anyway, that's the motherboard that I ended up getting, my new upgraded motherboard. I'm waiting on some ultrasonic bug annoyers, or bug zapper things. Not zappers, they're basically ultrasonic things that annoy the crap out of the bugs to get rid of them. New stuff that I've basically... Well, I don't know, I've pretty much... I've been but I've been remaking and fixing my house up and everything else, making things feel better. I've now got an air conditioner, which I'm quite happy about, for summer, and it's also a heater for winter as well, so basically I don't have to take it out I don't have to ever take it out, which is good. I'm doing my commentary on my mics. I mean, yeah, it's basically, yeah, just, I've got my actual mic, which I mean, I'll end up using that again. I don't know, that might, it depends with that mic. I'll end up using it again at some point, so it's fine. What else? But yeah, so, yeah, that's basically my motherboard. I mean, that's the new motherboard I got. I'm hoping to get, I'm not sure at this point, and it depends on whether I can have the money for it or not when I want to get it. Hoping to get... Hold on a second. I'm also going to sell... See, I'm probably... In the moment, I'm going to... Well... www. I want. Oh, that's right. Scorp Tech. Okay, so we go to Scorp Tech. Okay. I use these guys when I'm buying parts. I also use eBay as well. There's other eBay sellers I recommend as well, if you're going for different eBay sellers and stuff. Oh, wow, they've redone their website. Cool. I didn't even realise they've redone their website. That's good to know. Shit. Now I've got to find everything. PC parts, peripherals, computer systems, software, peripherals, PC parts and upgrades, CPUs. There we go. Now, what I was going to try to show you was... Which, actually, I like the new format. I got to say, they're doing... Yeah, okay, well, they're actually doing pretty well with that. Got the FX series of CPUs. Name 3 sockets plus... So, this is the one I was talking about. The 9590, which earns $419 at the moment. I'm thinking about getting something like that later. I'm not sure at this point. Maybe yes, I'm considering because it's a 5 gigahertz processor, so I'm thinking about getting that as an upgrade. So, considering the fact that most of the Intel CPUs end up being more than $400 and they're not 5 gigahertz. So yeah. This other one looks okay too, though. 299. That's the one I got at the moment, which is the 8350, which works quite nice, and I've had not really big issues or any major issues with it. Corporate products, photography. As I said, I mean, like, yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking of going for as my next upgrade. I may see if I can find that cheaper somewhere else, or I don't know. It might depend. I might just get it from them. It also depends on budget, money, and such things of that nature. So, let's see. Go back. Technology. Anyway, pieces of software and recommendations that I would give to people. Pieces of software that I use regularly. These are the pieces of software that I tend to use regularly. uTorrent, which, you know, for all your Linux and everything else, and downloading such and all. That's just part of the NVIDIA thing. 3D Mark, good piece of software. I bought that through Steam. 3D Mark 11, sorry. 3D Mark. Bought that through Steam too. That's free. That's free. Paid like $24 or something for that, or $10. I don't know, 15. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot. CC Cleaner, free as well. Oh, I mean, there is support options for that, but I don't really need it. To be honest, it cleans up everything pretty well, so, yeah. ComView, which is another piece of software, that's for viewing IP addresses and stuff like that, so that's just my own little curiosity thing that I use. That's if you're a little bit of a ex-hacker sort of thing. So, CPU ID, CPU Z, that's good for telling all your CPUs and everything else. CPU ID hardware monitor. Audio Director, which I haven't really used. Haven't used that either, but I've used the new Power Director 12, and it's fucking fantastic. By the way, it should be finished. Nope, it's got 86. It's 86% through it. Okay, sorry, I just had to make sure that was doing it right. DVD Decryptor, DVD Shrink, DVD Fab. So they're old versions anyway. Because they don't really make these programs anymore. They've sort of been post-dated because of the fact that they were doing things they shouldn't have been doing. But Turbo Lister 2, which if I list anything on eBay, I normally use this program to list them. Evero Media Browser 4 player. Evero Media Browser 4. PDF Foxit Reader, which is okay. Acrobat Reader is okay. I don't know. Between the two of them, they're okay. Fraps, this is my backup if Bandicam doesn't work, or if I have problems with Bandicam. GeForce stuff. GIMP 2, which is basically editing, picture editing, and stuff like that. That's for video compression, Handbrake. Google Chrome, of course. Image Burn, which is great for burning images and, you know, making images of CDs and DVDs and stuff. IMVU, which is my track client. iTunes. Logitech webcam software, which is just my Logitech stuff. Malwarebytes, anti-malware, always. There's another one that I've been looking at, which is Hitman Pro, I think it's called. Which it looks okay. I did try it out for a little bit. It seems to have a system cordoned off, so I don't know, to be honest. I'd have to test it a little more, but I mean, it seems to be one of those ones you go to. It's almost like a second or third opinion type thing, like the Dr. Malware type thing. Hitman Pro, it's basically they're looking for anything nasty. Media Player Classic, which comes with the K-Lite codecs. Moz Backup, which backs up my emails in my Mozilla Thunderbird client. Mozilla Firefox, which I don't really use anymore. I use Google Chrome more. Neuro 2014, which is good, by the way. A lot of the stuff I've edited in, and I do general video imaging, editing, burning, combinations of stuff on that. I also can make videos and DVDs and things like that out of it. And, it has a Blu-ray player as well. OpenOffice 4.0, which is basically OpenOffice. It's okay. I think I've got actual Office on my computer, but I don't think it's some sort of Enterprise Edition or something. Origin, Paint.net, which is free, by the way. Origin, which is basically, EA's game client. PC TuneUp, which is something that I got. It was ZoneAlarm originally, but it was a separate license, so I've still got the Valorant license for it. It's basically a clean-up tool program, and just, it does virtually the same thing as CC Cleaner does, except it looks a little more extensively into the computer. PC Mark 8, which is, benchmarking, testing, things like that. PC Claw 5, which, as I said, this is the program I'm having a couple of one or two issues with, and I have to iron those out, basically. Power ISO. Nice, by the way. That is a good program. Spectacular. Gets all your ISOs, and, you can produce ISOs, make ISOs and stuff. QuickTime Player, which is cool. Roxio, easy VHS to DVD 3. That itself, that one is a, it comes with a little USB converter system. You plug it into a VCR, and it's designed to take information off tapes, or off tape. Basically, you can record your VCR to your computer. If you've got old VHS tapes with weddings and things like that, and old, basically I did it, or as a family thing, but I'm also doing it now as a bit of a helpful thing to people. Like, I only charge them a couple of bucks for it, just to basically get their stuff, any old stuff they got on VHS tape, for a couple of bucks. I'll see if I can get it off, basically. Skype, as we all know, very good service. Well, I reckon it's a good service. Sound Editor, Steam, lest we forget. Trillian, which is a good messenger service. I got a lifetime license to that one. That's just basically now Trillian is cool. It's basically got all your different message services combined into one. You can have your account on it, basically, but the reason I still use Skype and the reason I still use some things, I think the things I've got hooked into it. Basically, I've got Twitter hooked into it, Facebook hooked into it, Facebook chat. What have I got hooked into it? Hold on a second. Okay, so I've got Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, and Yahoo hooked into it, basically. Yeah, so Twitter, Facebook, and yeah, all that, everything hooked into it, basically. VLC Media Player, which is pretty good. That's a little program which, in case a particular file doesn't run. VMware Workstation, which basically has got you can run different OSs, like run Windows 8, Windows 7, Linux, Unix. You can run all the different types of operating systems that are out there, even Windows 95, Windows 3.1 if you really had to. Windows 98, all the old operating systems if you choose to, just because you want to, whatever. Wave Editor, which is, I think that's, what's that a link to? I think that's linked to Cyberlink, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe not. No, I think it is. WinRare, which I've got WinRare, which I've got a license for that. That's pretty cool too. So, I mean, these are my recommended programs that I would use. This is also Roxio Game Capture HD Pro, which is basically being able to capture your Xbox 360. I'm not sure. I think it works with Xbox One, but I'm pretty sure it works with Xbox One. You just have to hook it up through it, basically. I've only got it hooked up with an Xbox 360 because I've only got an Xbox 360 at the moment. I'll probably end up getting maybe an Xbox One when it comes down in price because it's just too expensive at the moment. It's cost prohibitive, to be truthful. But yeah, I mean these are basically the pieces of software that I would recommend if you're going for pieces of software that you can use and do things with. I've also got this my other screen over here, which is my Samsung HD TV / monitor. It has 2 speakers. Now, what I couldn't do before, and it was weird, it didn't seem to be working before. I don't know whether it's because of recently maybe driver updates, but now I can run my HDMI sound directly through my TV. So thus eliminating, if I need to, my speakers on my desk. Not that, I mean, to be honest, my speakers have probably got more pump than what the TV ones are. But I mean, even TV one, like good Samsung speakers in a TV, like good speakers in a Samsung TV, are, I mean, especially the volume that the Samsung TV goes at. They're freaking good speakers. They're not bad speakers. They're not crappy speakers. So I mean, even if you just had that as one, I mean, that's not bad. So. Bass, loudness equalization. But anyway, okay, that's that. But that basically is I can pretty much run everything for it now, and yeah, it's cool. So I find it cool. But to be honest, it's I mean, as I said, that would be the recommended pieces of software to use. This is Everio, which is Media 4 browser, which basically that's for my GVC video camera. It's a bit like when I'm doing some of my logical or illogical arguments or whatever, talking or chatting to, not just chatting, but just talking and generally having conversations about things or rattling on about a particular subject that I have a passion or not so much of a passion for, or just rattling on about the fact that some people are complete idiots when it comes to some shit. Basically, that's for getting all the videos off and everything else for that, stuff like that. I've also got a Fujitsu. Fuji. I've got a Fujifilm SLR, digital SLR camera, which does great takes great shots. 16 megapixel, I believe. I wouldn't mind getting something a little higher, to be honest, but maybe later. When money permits, of course. What is it? Yeah, it's 16 megapixel. Takes some great freaking photos, to be truthful. Fantastic photos, in fact. I've never had a photo not come out on it. Yeah, it looks fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there anyway for the time being. Look, stay tuned. Got more videos coming up, obviously. These would be my recommended pieces of software. Audacity would definitely be a good editing piece of software as well. I know my nephew uses it for some of his YouTube videos as well, and I would recommend anybody who wants to have a look at my nephew's videos as well. Canon Productions. He does gameplay videos in combination of other stuff as well. He does his own personal videos as well, with special effects and acting and such. And he does it with a heap of his mates and friends and stuff. So please feel free to browse over to his channel. I think it's actually marked on one of my favourites that he's under. So if you want to go and have a look at his channel, that's fine. Also, if you want to go and look at the other channels that I list as well, plenty of the other people that I watch. Blunty, who else? Honest Tech Tips. I mean, there's a heap of people that I can mention that have really good videos. But I mean, look, just keep an eye out for everybody, and yeah, just stay tuned, as I said. But in any case, have a look at Canon Productions if you like. Uh, what else? What other pieces of software? I'm just trying to think if there's anything in particular that I could recommend aside from that. No, look, I mean, for most of the software that I use, all of it pretty much goes in sync with each other, so other bits of software. I've sort of been mucking around a little bit with Linux and Ubuntu, a little bit, like just checking the interface, and to be honest, I actually need to install a new version of Ubuntu and see if it works or not. To be truthful, I haven't had much of a chance to do it, but I'm thinking I'll probably need to do it in the next few days. I mean, I might be bored and it's just like, fuck it, I'll do it anyway. Yeah, actually I'll show you. Hold on a second. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, if I can open it up. Okay, so we've got Windows 7, Windows XP, and there we go, Ubuntu. So I'll just power up the virtual machine at the moment. I don't know whether that's finished. Yes, it is. Yay! Cool. Let me see if my video is complete. Where the hell is it? Is it in videos? I think so. Start a link. Nope, wasn't it? Documents. That's right. Start a link. And 12. Well, hello YouTube. Okay, there we go. It's done. We're looking at, today we're looking at, okay, cool. Alright, so it's actually edited and rendered. Thank you! And how big is this damn thing? I bet you it's 11 gig. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to upload. Damn, I hate my internet connection for uploading, to be truthful. I hate my internet connection in general because it's a pain in the ass for shit. Anyway, this is Ubuntu, by the way. It was Ubuntu. Password I use. Oh, that's right. Okay. This is Ubuntu. Let's see it anyway. Ubuntu, I've mucked around with it, and I haven't gone extensively into it, but some of the general stuff, I mean, word processor here, Liberate Office 3, it's not bad. I got recommended settings folders. It's good to have a virtual machine. Well, it's good to have little virtual machines, because especially if you want to test stuff inside of an environment, or you don't want to go to a website on your own computer, you can test it inside a virtual environment, basically. And I would recommend for anybody who wants to pay the price for this. I think it's $200 and some dollars, but I mean it is well worth the money that they do actually put up for this, and it's a good program, to be truthful. So Google. So this, this is the latest version, I think. Yes, this is the latest version. Pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, this is the latest version that's been released. So VMware is good. Definitely worth the investment for the type of stuff you can do in it. The type of stuff you can muck around with on it. Like, I mean, just generally if you want to go to a website, if you want to test virus infections, such, things of that nature. Or if you want to get into the terminal side, like the actual terminal side of it, which, there it is, terminal. Then you get into the terminal side of it, which is a little more complex, of course. There's a lot of code to learn, especially with Ubuntu and Linux. Generally, there's a lot of stuff that you got to learn. It's sudo this, sudo that. I can't remember correctly off the top of my head. I can't remember everything about it, but I was reading up on it a little while back because I was interested in it. Let me do that. Whirlpool.net. So, want to go? Yeah, these virtual machines are all virtually interactive. They have the same features that you can access the internet on them and things like that. But it's basically like it's guarded over the basic of the basically the stuff of your main machine. So, oh, shit. Can I get out of that? All right, that's right. Okay, so what else you got? Software packages of 121. Update manager. There's a shitload of updates, and I haven't even done them. Hilarious. Probably should do them. Password. So what I'm gonna do is let that update. I'm waiting. But yeah, I mean, basically it's. Sorry, I'm just putting some stuff on the other screen while I'm doing this. So. Update that. Interesting. Didn't realise I didn't update that. Anyway, what else we got? So, I mean, things that you want to do, things that you don't want to do. I don't know, as I said, this type of visualization software is great if you want to test something on Windows XP, if you want to test something on Windows 7, if you want to test something on Windows 8 even for that matter. It's good. So that's alright, I'm just having a look at some of my Twitter updates and some of my other stuff as well. Okay. Right, so it's that, as you can see. Anyway, that's Ubuntu. Now, Ubuntu itself, it's not a bad program. Not a bad operating system. I've mucked around with it a little bit. I haven't got into it extensively on how exactly it works, but it's a bit like Mac OS, really. To be honest, the thing that I want to put on here, I think I might be able to do it. I think I might be able to put Mac OS on here. Virtual machine. Create a virtual machine. I'll create a virtual machine for it. Typical, custom, station 10. To install an operating system later. It's designed for DOS. Yeah, they used to have, I mean, I used to be able to do it, but they used to have a system where you could actually put Mac OS X on it. I think it was a little hack. To be honest, I think it was a hack because I don't think you could actually put the system on there if you wanted to. Oh yeah, well these are the operating systems it covers anyway. If you want to create an operating system, what do you call it? A fucking thingo for it. Server 2012, Windows NT, Windows 2000 Professional, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows Server 2008, 2003, 2000, ME, 98, 95, 3.1. Works with all those. Linux, it works with Ubuntu, Red Hat, Turbo Linux, Aussie Linux, Debian 7. Oracle Enterprise Linux. Yep, so it works with all those. Then works with this too. Works with that as well. Cyrus 10. RS 11, 64-bit. VMware, which is actually, I don't know what that is, but MS-DOS, Free BSD, Ecom Station 2, Ecom Station 1, and yeah, and so on and so forth. That's basically the operating systems it covers. You can create virtual machines for everything. It's also connect to a remote server, visualize a physical machine, convert your PC into a virtual machine, software updates as well. It's a combination of things. So it's a bit of interesting. I mean, to be honest, it's not too bad. So if you're gonna go for an investment in a program, I'd definitely go with that. What else? What else do we have? There's DOS prompts. Well, most people know how to do this. Ping. Well, most people know how to do that. I don't know, I'm not sharp in my mind, but fucking some of the DOS commands. IP config. And that gives you a list of IPs and everything else. Which I that was most things anyway. What else? Pings. Oh god, what was the other fucking thing? There was another one. It goes on. Yep. I don't know. I have to look through my DOS manual. I have not looked through my DOS manual for a while, so I'll be a bit rusty with most of my DOS commands. Well, some of them. I still know the basics, but I think it's just rudimentary of a tech. You don't really remember every single DOS command that you out of your entire book or out of the entire book of things. Do you remember? Oh, there it is. I had my DOS manual somewhere. It's DOS 6.0, but basically the commands don't really change with DOS because fundamentally Windows is built on DOS. Files. Search help. Well, you can type help too, which you can get help for your commands as well. Gives you a list of the commands, basically in DOS. Shut down, copy, you know, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can go into the Windows directory if you choose. I think it's dir, if I remember correctly. dir. And it gives you a list of directories in your C drive. So, yeah. CMD. Command prompt. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of little handy shortcuts you can do with especially for Windows and stuff like that. So, sorry, I'm just having a look for my DOS menu because I haven't looked for it for so long. It's not funny. I don't know what offhand the commands for this would be. I'm only going by a bit of basic command system. I'm guessing it'd be the same. Help. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Bucked me sideways. Figures. Okay. Break. Export function. Okay. I mean, to get a bit more in depth with Linux, you probably need a book on it. I don't actually have a book on Linux. Personally, I should get a book on Linux. That might be something to invest in the future. I wonder whether that would work. Some sort of command system. Command not found. So it doesn't really work. Universe. Function. So that's basically most of the commands in help section. Read, type true. As I said, like, I haven't mucked around with, for a while, I haven't mucked around with the command interface of DOS, but DOS and Linux, basically the same on most levels. In some degree they might be, depending on some other sides of it might be a little more complex. Ubuntu tends to be a little more complex, and like the other stronger operating systems in Linux tend to be more encrypted, so that's an example of that. So yeah, it's basically being able to, you can ping trace routes. Most people know how to do these things anyway, but a percentage of people should if you're a computer technician. Trace route. Trace routes. Oh my god, I can't remember it. Can I remember it? That's a good question. Fuck. Let's see if that works. Probably won't. Probably stuff up. Nah, fuck yeah. Trace route is not recognised, so that's probably not how you spell it. Probably not what I'm looking for. Trace route. Actually, should probably look for the command. Delete. Where are you, my friend? Small jobs. Networking, motherfucker. Oh, no, it's probably here somewhere. Free. Switches to DOS anyway. Well, that's my DOS manual. It's a MS-DOS 6.0 or 6 manual anyway. So I mean, that's sort of not got the latest command you would have for this stuff, but IP fig.